up?
How's it going, man?
Good. Where are you at these days? You got the hat on.
I am in northern Japan right now for the changing of the fall colors, and I trade better overseas. Everyone can thank me for making this market so hot. Whenever I'm in Asia, getting no sleep, the market is on fire. So you're welcome.
We appreciate your sacrifice.
Dude, it's insane. I always say, I appreciate the sacrifice to the short sellers because we haven't had that many promoters lately, but we do have a lot of short squeezes. And, you just got to take advantage of whatever's happening. Have you told them how well you've done recently?
No, I was just introducing myself and you hopped on. But yeah, I mean, the market's been really hot. So like, I always tell people I'm not the greatest trader in the world, but there's just so many opportunities that it almost makes up for it because every day there's stocks moving hundreds of %. And then I just, do my best to capture as much of that as possible.
You take the meat of the move. It's not rocket science, guys. Like if a stock is spiking 100, 200, 500%, and you might not catch the bottom, you might not catch the top, but you take 10%, 20%, 30% of the move, you really can grow your account. This is how I'm creating millionaire after millionaire after millionaire. But you do have to learn to get in tune with the markets. It's not always easy. It's not an exact science. It's scary, when stocks are moving very fast. So that's why we do these live webinars. That's why we teach. It's not about following hot picks. It's learning the process, learning the patterns, having rules in place so you're not a deer in headlights like most traders, and you can actually capitalize on these fast moves. So instead of being scared, instead of being confused, you're actually confident, and you're like, it's like riding a bike. You just do it over and over again and, make 3,000, 5,000, 10,000. Matt Skyped me literally a few days ago, and he was like, what did you say? He's like, I put on my big boy pants and he sized up. And he made what, 40,000 in the day?
Yeah, made about 40,000. I usually trade small. I'm kind of like you in my old age here. I don't need a big account. I don't need the massive wins, but sometimes the opportunities get so good I can't really help it. But yeah, it was a $40,000, $41,000 day. I think it was last Monday before Thanksgiving. I had a $36,000 day too. So like, I've had a couple of really hot days.
It's insane. And, Jack Kellogg, one of my millionaire students, just made 7 figures on the month. Kyle Williams, another millionaire student, made a little over 800,000 on the month. Like whether you're trading $30,000 and making $30,000 in a day, or these other guys who are making $100,000 or $200,000, understand this is people who have been studying for years. I shared these stories, not so that you're going to necessarily make, an annual salary in a day, or like, a lifetime salary in a year, like some of my top students, but to show you the upside, because Jack, Kyle, Matt Monaco, these are all young guys. We also have Mariana, a young, woman. Every single one of them had just a few $1,000s to their name just a few years ago. So while people are watching this, like, I can never do this. Yes, you can. Okay. Like Matt, you shared like at one of my conferences, like an Airbnb with these guys.
Yeah.
And you were just like, like joining together at this random Airbnb at my conference. What were you guys? You split it like $100 a pop?
Something like that. Yeah, it was me, Kyle, Jack, Dom, and there's 1 or 2 other traders there. The 2019 conference.
And every single one of you are multimillionaires now. Think about that, okay? It's not random like people think. It's not luck. It's not manipulation. It's strategy, and it's preparation meeting opportunity. So congratulate everybody in here. Everyone in the chat room say congratulations. And I'm saying congratulations to yourself, because you're putting in time when the stock market is closed. You're putting in time to your education, and this is how it begins. It doesn't matter if you have $1,000 to your name. Doesn't matter if you had $10,000 or $50,000. We all start somewhere. Everyone, I want to see everyone type in the chat, congratulations. And I'm congratulating you. Give yourself a little pat on the back for being here, for having the right mindset, because that's how it starts. I know that it seems crazy. I meet people, they're like, wow, you're a real millionaire. I never thought. I'm just an average guy from Orange, Connecticut. I'm not that great of a trader. I'm not that smart. I'm not that good at math. I'm trading from Asia. Like, you can do this from anywhere because the market is hot and because we now have more tools and more content. The pace at which we're creating millionaires from scratch has sped up the past few years. Do you realize that, Matt?
Yeah, and I'm not surprised at all. Even me, like it was faster than the group before me, and now it's faster and faster because there's also so many more people that you can learn from. And everyone, the same core fundamentals, but then they do it slightly differently here, slightly differently there, and being able to learn from them. I mean, changes the game.
You're standing on the back of giants, right? Like this is what it is. Like this is why I started teaching. This is why I created the challenge, because I never had anybody to stand on. I never had a mentor. I was like lost in the woods, like most traders. We didn't have the tools that we have now. No one was really sharing the lessons or the patterns. And now everyone starting right now has such a huge advantage. The good news is some people are like, well, if everyone has all this information and, theoretically everyone should be a millionaire. No. You might have the tools. We might have the content. We might have the process, but dedication is required. And you would be shocked at the excuses that people make, why they can't study, why they can't join the challenge, why they're like scared of using AI technology. Excuses. And it holds them back their entire lives. So we do these webinars to try to get you to have the right mindset. And it's a question of who wants it the most. The dedicated students rise from the others and they say, wow, look at these guys with bad hair and glasses and, working from bedrooms. And like, we could do this. Well, I'm literally on the other side of the world as you guys right now. And I'm like streaming in live. This is the most fascinating time in human history where you can learn anything. You can build whatever life you want, but you do have to listen to us and put in the time.
Yeah. Not only that, though, the market right now is hotter than I think ever before. One of your millionaires, I can't remember if it was Chris or Evan Shunk, the brothers, but he was doing this analysis of it. And he was saying like more stocks ran 100% this year than even in 2020. And that's crazy. The market
created a firestorm on social media because I think it was Evan who said that this year is the best year ever. Yeah. They're all data backed. I'm actually here in Asia. I'm going to Evan's wedding in a little over a week. He's up 600,000 this year, closing in on $2 million. Him and his brother, Chris is over $1 million on the year. They're just using data and they're using the same patterns. We're not getting as much sleep. I will tell you this. Okay. Sleep is such a luxury, but at the same time, like when the market is hot, you got to push it because we all know that the market won't always be hot. So I want everyone to capitalize now in terms of lessons, in terms of, trading, learning this stuff while it's hot because it's practice after practice every single day. And what I'm saying with lack of sleep, normally the stock market is open from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. But right now we're having 4 to 8 a.m. spikers and 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. spikers. So that's an extra 8 hours a day of extra spikers, which, I'm literally losing my mind. I'm already like busy just because we have so many millionaires and people are like, wow, this is real. But now it's an extra 8 hours. So everyone gets to choose their time zone, your dedication level. But it's just, it's all happening whether or not you capitalize. And we just want you to capitalize.
Yeah, I like the early morning, late night gappers or spikers because, people have normal jobs. Like they have the opportunity to actually trade a lot of these moves where I feel like even last year, a couple of years ago, like, during the market hours was when most of the runs happened. And now it's different. So the opportunity for like an average person is through the roof right now.
The opportunity to learn. I don't know if you follow in the challenge chat, Matt, if you can pull up my Twitter, but I just congratulated Cruise Control. This is a challenge student. Literally just like 3 weeks ago, he crossed $20,000 and now his pace is sped up. I retweeted him, looked like 3 or 4 tweets ago. He just passed $40,000 today. And you have to understand, like, this is a guy who only had like a few $1,000s to his name. And now like literally 2,500 on the day and 43,000. Like he's messaging me. He's like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this is happening. And I get it. Like it's only 43,000, but like, that's how it starts. Once upon a time, Matt Monaco and I made a 30-day boot camp when Matt Monaco was just at 50,000. Now he's making $50,000 sometimes a day. Like it's stupid.
It's crazy. I do follow this guy, and I sent him a message after he like 2 weeks ago. I think you said he crossed 20,000 because I've been following him for like 2 years.
Challenge chat every day. Don Juan is another one. Dip and Rip. They're like upcoming challenge students. They're in the chat room. You can see their trades. They're calling out their trades. real time. Don Juan literally just made 5,700 yesterday. Dip and Rip made like 6,300 yesterday. So when we talk about making 40, 50, $100,000 in a day, like my top students and I do, understand it starts with $1,000 or $2,000. And even before $1,000 or $2,000, it's $100 or $200.
Yeah.
But this is the beauty of trading. It's the same trades, just greater position size. So whether you're buying 100 shares or 1,000 shares or 10,000 shares, you get practice learning these patterns, then you can size up. And then you really start making a lot of life-changing money very quickly. Chase, my newest millionaire student, I don't know if you have the screenshots from Twitter. If you go to my media, you can look, but like literally he was crossing $1 million and he was like, oh my God, I'm having like $150,000 a day. A week later, he was at 1.7 million. Like it's stupid. Look at him. Look at this picture. Go down to that picture. Look at this guy. He's like, I don't know what's happening. And he's actually part of my team. Like, it's crazy. My own employees are like, wow, let's trade too. And he doesn't even understand it. And I was like, Chase, at 1.7 million, like you have to lock this in. He was just riding it higher and higher. And he was like, he wanted 2 million. I was like, get 2 million out of your head. You just crossed 1 million the other day. Like, this is stupid. This is not like the lotto where it's like 1 in a million shot and it's just a game of luck. This is strategy and compounding. And I just wish that Neuralink was further along where you could like look inside my brain and I could share it with everybody. And then everyone would be like, oh my God, I need to do this ASAP.
Yeah, I loved your messages to him. I can't find them, but on that day it was up.
I was swearing at him. I was like, dude, I was like, you're not Jewish, okay? Stop being so greedy. I can say that because I'm Jewish. But like, he was getting so greedy. And I was like, dude, like, you need to lock this in. Think about your family. He's got like kids. Like, this is stupid.
That's incredible. Yeah. I see a couple people in the chat already asking, and I'm going to share a link here, saying how can they start trading with us, be a part of that challenge. We're going to talk a lot about that as we go through this today, but I'm going to share this link with you because we do have the opportunity for you guys to get started here just for free, to go talk to the team and just see if it's a good fit for you. Because all these guys that we've talked about, myself included, the challenge, I mean, that's been the thing that changed everything for me. That's where you get access to not just Tim and his tools, but all of these millionaires that trade on a daily basis. So I'm going to share that link and we'll keep going. I'm going to post some stocks, Tim. Did you trade?
Pull up. I was looking at a stock. Pull up CYCN just so they can get an understanding of how fast these things move. Pull up like an intraday chart of CYCN. And this was this morning where it was just spiking so much. Like, look at this. This is $2 a share up to $7 a share inside of an hour, okay? All the way on the left-hand side. And this is just a biotech runner. When these things get hot, they can just spike. And short sellers are too over-aggressive, so they short too early, and they create these short squeezes. And I know, like I said, it's scary. Like sometimes I miss, sometimes I lose. It's not about being perfect. It's not about hitting every single one. It's being there and learning from them. It's not about how much money you can make in the beginning. Like none of my millionaire students made much in the beginning. They learned. And if you're trading with small size, if you're paper trading, that's how you start to learn and be there. Like it's good to look at these charts after a while, but you should see it in like real time. Type in BTCT. Look at this 2-week chart. I was buying in this in the 4s, okay, just a few weeks ago, and it went to the 20s in like 2 or 3 days. It was stupid, and I didn't time it well. I didn't hold long enough, but this is the kind of chart. Look at this, okay? This is all within a few days. This is where you double, triple, quadruple. And I had students who like made 5 times their money seeing this stuff in real time. So the sooner you get the tools, the sooner you start to focus on these stocks, seeing them in real time, seeing is believing.
Absolutely. I'm glad you brought these up because, you know, the sector is hot, Bitcoin. That's what's causing these to go so crazy. And when I got started trading, 2017, you know, that was the first time Bitcoin was hot, and I missed most of those trades. Like I was just total new trader. I had a super small account, and I think I lost money despite the fact everyone else seems to be making money. But look, I wasn't
missing trades is fine. It's how you start. You have a whole checklist of things that you need to do with your education. Seeing other people is part of it. Like seeing other people nail it while you miss it, that's part of your education. Just joining is part of your education. Taking that leap of faith, being like, this could actually work. that's a step in the right direction. If there's a whole checklist probably of like 300 or 400 steps that you need to go through. They're not all fun. It's not like, oh, here you joined, here's $1 million, right? It's joining, studying, feeling the anger when you miss a play, feeling the disappointment sometimes when you're too late, feeling frustration when, like, you know, your computer won't start on time and then your computer freezes. Like, stuff happens.
I've traded with you, we lost Wi-Fi. Yeah.
I lose Wi-Fi all the time, and I'm like trying to trade these things. I got a shout out to Angela in here. Everyone congratulate Angela. I don't know if you can highlight her comment, Matt, but she said she made $150 on CYCN today. First trade today, so only did a small amount. Angela, that is awesome. Your first trade where you nailed it, you're trading the hot stock. Doesn't matter if you had a small dollar amount. If you look at Tim Grittani and Jack Kellogg, they're now making $50,000, $100,000 in a day. But if you look at their early trades, they're making $50 or $100 in a day. And that's how it starts, with small size, dipping your foot in the water, seeing that this is real.
No, absolutely. Same for me. I'll never forget the first day I made $100 and then $1,000. And then 10,000. I think I was with you when I had my first six-figure day too, but that was years down the road. It started small and the snowball just kept building and building and building over the years.
I still remember my first six-figure trade when I was a college freshman. I got started young, but $100,000 plus in a day on ISCO, and it blew my mind. And I didn't trade it well. Like, had I waited another day, it would have been double that amount, but I was just so excited to make $100,000 plus in a day. Like, the upside is so ridiculous if you actually study properly and build a foundation and capitalize on this market. Like, I really wish I could come through the screen and just like choke people and be like, take advantage of this, because this stuff is happening with or without them. Not choke in a bad way. That was mean, but like, it's frustrating to me that I see all of this, and I know that any single person in this chat room can really do this. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to be good at math. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter if you're a man or woman. It doesn't matter if you know anything about finance. This is pattern recognition, and we're capitalizing on what the market gives us. So it's crazy. Like, look at this. This is Steve says, I made $235 in 12 minutes today. Very happy. Steve and Angela, how big was your position size? I'm curious. Was it like 100 or 200 shares? Think about what you could have done with, let's say, not right now, because it's good to trade small in the beginning, but let's say a year from now, 2 years from now, with 1,000 or 2,000 shares, instead of making $150 or $250 or $235, you can make $1,500 or $2,300. Then fast forward 3-4 years from now, instead of buying 100 shares or 1,000 shares, you buy 10,000 shares. And then you're not just making 100 or 150 or 200 or $300, you're making $10,000, $20,000. See, Angela made $150 on 100 shares on CYCN. What was the volume on CYCN today, Matt?
Oh, it was a lot.
141 million shares to be exact.
141 million.
So it trades a ton. Angela bought 100 shares, and that's a fantastic place to start. But again, later on in your career, when you've seen more of these and you recognize the potential, you buy 1,000 shares, you buy 10,000 shares, you can buy 100,000 shares. Okay. You wonder how, like, my top millionaire students are making six figures in a day. I'm not saying do this in the beginning, but later on, buy 100,000 shares of this thing in the 2s or the 3s, flip it in the 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s. What did it hit? 9. So there was $7 a share of upside here. Like, Chuck just made $4,500 on CYCN today. Everyone, please congratulate Chuck. Like, this is what's happening again and again. And if you're not capitalizing, it's okay. If you're missing the plays, it's okay. If you're losing and you're not timing it, it's okay. It's not about perfection. It's getting the experience and doing better the next day and the next trade and the next one and the next week, because that's the beautiful thing about this hot market. That's why we're doing these webinars. Not all markets are this hot. So you really got to, push yourself when the market is hot, like it is right now.
Yeah, completely agree. I get asked this all the time. People don't understand how you can get a lot of shares of these companies. We're talking about I can't even do the math. $800 million traded hands today on this stock. so if
this was also the biggest percent gainer. It was alerted early. You literally have to be just so lost or just not having the right tools to miss this. Like I saw someone in chat, they were like, this was so obvious, like even Stevie Wonder could see it, right? Like blind people can see this. It's crazy, but it feels good when you see it, but a lot of people are on the outside looking in. So you don't have the right tools. You're not in the right chat room. There's people who are ignoring this stuff. Like, look at this. Danny, highlight Danny's comment. I love this. Bought it at 456, sold 20 shares at 777, making nearly or over $3 a share on 20 shares. Think about this, Danny. 2 years from now, 3 years from now, you buy 200 shares, you buy 2,000 shares, you buy 10,000 shares. If you buy 10,000 shares, you do the same exact trade, you're making $30,000 on the day. So like, it's stupid to me that people aren't seeing this. But again, no one wants to start in the beginning. There's time, there's money investment. They don't think that it can happen to them. But Danny, you just did the trade, exactly what I'm talking about. You look at Matt Monaco, you look at the little shrubs growing out of his head that he calls hair. Like, this is how he makes $30,000, $40,000 in a day. This is not rocket science. You just have to learn. Here's Roger. Highlight Roger too. Roger got in at 555 at the open, got out at 736. So whether you make $1 a share, $2, $3 a share, it's riding the momentum. And this is the beautiful thing. I love that all of you guys are doing this. Like, whether it's $100, $200, Tasha just made $500. Like, this is the beautiful thing. And Dave says, I bought in twice and lost both times. And that's okay too. I hope you cut your losses, Dave. I don't win all the time. Okay. It's not about winning 100% of the time. You're trying to get in tune with the market, with these runners. If you, let's say, lose 50 cents a share or 25 cents a share when you're wrong, but you make $1 or $2 or $3 a share when you're right, your account grows over time.
Yeah. I actually lost money on CYCN today, to be honest.
And that's okay. It's you made $40,000 the other day. Not every play is going to work for everybody.
Yeah. Personally, for me, I bought this like right here, and then I ended up selling it right here. I got a little greedy on it. So it was, but cut my losses quickly. I was up nicely, and I just didn't lock the gain in. So,
and this is the thing. We're talking about like the upside and how awesome it is, but like sometimes you're going to be wrong. Sometimes you're going to be late. Sometimes you're going to get a little greedy. But if you follow rule number 1 by cutting losses quickly, that's okay. That's how you protect yourself. So like, again, it's these rules that really, really matter, that protect you. You don't have to risk blowing up. You don't have to risk losing all your money like people think.
Absolutely. Yeah, I see a couple more people in the chat just asking, how they can get started and trade with us. I've dropped the link a couple times, so make sure you guys go take that. It's an opportunity to sit down with Tim and his team to not just follow my footsteps, but all the other millionaire traders that Tim has made. We all got started in the same spot, right there on that link. We worked with Tim and his team, got the resources we need, got the team we needed. And I definitely wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for that opportunity to join Tim in his challenge.
Pull up this comment from Fish. I love it, where he says SRM scaled from 73 cents to $1.48, 1,000 shares. SRM was a great pre-market spiker and near the open. They had good earnings, but they actually faded late day. Like, watch this. Look at this chart of SRM intraday. Really nice spike. This is what I'm talking about. These early morning spikes. Go back even further. Let me see earlier. Yeah, right there, right? So like, you see this thing go from 60 cents all the way up to $1.75. Pull up the little news tab. See when the news comes out. Right there. Like, look at this. This is not rocket science, okay? And the whole chat room was talking about it. The volume was huge from 8 a.m. This literally is where you double your money inside of an hour or two. You just have to be in the chat. You have to watch it. Look at the earnings. They said good earnings. Okay,
yeah,
they reported 400% with Amazon sales. Look at what they make. Go to their website for a second, Matt. This is going to be funny. Click that link on the earnings.
All right. I'll share my
or go to your browser. You're going to laugh at what SRM does.
Does it say
go down to the bottom link.
Bottom link. All right, bottom link.
Further details. Yeah. Click this. And then you click that. And then you'll go to their website. Look at what they sell. They have a 400% increase on Amazon, but look at what they sell.
Stainless steel drinkware.
Yes, you need to go to their website. Let's see it. Just type in SRM Entertainment stainless steel drinkware. Okay, I want you guys to see this. So, like, everyone thinks, oh, you need like AI, you need robots, you need crypto. This is stainless steel drinkware. This is a stainless steel drinkware.
Their website.
Okay, like, this is freaking ridiculous. Is this the right one?
I think so. Specialty rolled metals.
I don't think so.
SRM drinkware.
You got to go on Amazon.
SRM. Amazon. Here we go. Is it the knives?
Yeah, it's drinkware and knives. They have a whole bunch of stuff.
We're on Amazon.
There you go. Like, this is what you guys have to understand. This is stupid. It doesn't matter what the company does. What matters is the press release. Show the drinkware. I want to see the drinkware, dude.
SRM.
You're killing me.
The Tumbler Media? Stainless steel.
It's srmentertainment.com. I don't know what you're Google searching. This is proof positive in case you ever wanted to see if Matt ever claims to be smart. Just go to srmentertainment.com, dude.
SRM Entertainment.
It's an entertainment website and they're making drinkware. Okay? Like, look at the website. SRM Entertainment.
I got it. Took me a minute or two here, but look at these.
The products. The products is called a Sip With Me cup. Click products and then click the Sip With Me cup. Okay? I looked at this morning and I was like, are you kidding? Look at the Zoonicorns. There's a Zoonicorn. Okay? They're coming up with their own words. You can create your own words. It doesn't matter.
More llama, less drama.
There's the stainless steel's tumbler. Look at those tumblers. Look at those tumblers. I'm going to get you a tumbler. I'm going to get you a Zoonicorn tumbler, Matt, so that you never forget.
I'm going to give you this one, the sloth that says relax.
I do need to relax. I need to learn from the sloths. Ginger says, been in the challenge now for 1 week. Had my first green week of $900. Everyone congratulate Ginger. I love it. Don't get so cocky, though. Not every trade or every week is going to be amazing. Sometimes you just got to drink out of your Zoonicorn tumbler and, just drink some coffee and just sit back.
Chuck made 2,500, he says, on SRM. That was a nice one. Yeah.
Chuck, I want you to reinvest some of those profits. Get Matt a Zoonicorn tumbler. You see that? That took literally 6 minutes for him just to get to the website. In case you ever think any of us are so competent and we're so good at math or so good at computers, we're not. And it's not about these good companies either. Look at PSQH. This is one I screwed up the other day. Pull this one up.
Yeah. This was a good one yesterday. I made money on.
Go pull up the news tabs.
The news tab. They did Donald Trump.
No, up on top. I like the alerts.
Oh, you like the little bubbles.
Yeah. So look in that thing to the left, a little more to the left, right where near the market open.
Right here. This one.
Yeah, right in there. So you see Donald Trump joins. Donald Trump Jr. joins the company. We saw the same kind of play on UMAC. If you pull up UMAC, this was a few days ago. He joined the board and UMAC spiked big. The weird thing here, though, on PSQH, and this is why I want you to see that this is not an exact science. Go back to PSQH chart. So the report was right there where it was in the 4s and the 5s. I was buying them in the 3s. But for several hours, it was hanging in the 3s and the 4s. You can see it just after 1 p.m. Eastern is when the actual press release came out. And that's when it spiked from the 3s and eventually went to the 8s. But I wasn't up because I'm here in Asia. 1 p.m. Eastern is 3, 4 a.m. for me here, which is just too late to stay up to. I'm usually staying up till 1 or 2 in the morning. So I was actually in this one when the report came out, but not the official press release. I got out. I made 10 cents a share. I woke up to it and it's $6 a share higher. And I just screamed at the top of my lungs. But unfortunately, sometimes you're going to miss it. But in case anybody ever comes to you and is like, oh, the stock market is so efficient, everything's priced in real time, that's absolute BS. This was literally, the report was out, 5 hours before the press release. You had endless time. Again, Stevie Wonder, the blind person, could see this.
Yeah, that one was pretty nuts. And it's the same theme over and over again. I brought up PSQH because the way this trade in the afternoon was very similar to CYCN today. Same style breakout. And the market's just been hot, man. It doesn't matter where you look. There's
every single day. Look at Trader Moore got in the 450s, out in the 5s. And then again, Trader, that's part of your education where it's like, okay, you made 50 cents a share. That's good. But it also spiked another $4 a share. So one of the things that you need to check is like selling a runner too soon and then feeling that emotion, realizing that you could have made more, vowing to do better, the next time.
Definitely. I see Barry has a good question here saying, how do you find these stocks? I don't know how to find them. Where should people begin if they don't even know where to get started, Tim?
So they should watch your boot camp. We've done 2 boot camps now, a 10-day and a 30-day. They should use Stocks to Trade. They should use Stocks to Trade breaking news. Get in the challenge. There's a link for the challenge. It's all included. Okay. The challenge is your best resource. This is where all the Millionaire students are coming from because there's a whole curriculum. There's a whole team. There's a special chat room. And this is really what separates everybody because some people like study a little. They're like, yeah, I'll study a bit, but give me a hot pick. Let me see that it's real. Like if you have any doubts, don't do it. We don't have time. I already have such little sanity and patience left already just with my own life. But if you do want to learn, click the challenge, get in the challenge, talk with the team. Trader Moore says the challenge is the best. I agree. Like some people are like, oh, Tim, you're biased. It's yours. Yeah, I'm biased, but it's also my baby. And if I were starting right now, I would join the challenge and I would be a infinitely better trader. If my brain was wiped clean, if I'm in a horrific car accident and I have amnesia and I want to get back to being a good trader, I probably would be even a better trader if I restarted. If we could wipe all of this, because I'm too emotional, I didn't have the proper foundation, I didn't have the right teachers. So I don't wish a horrific car wreck or amnesia on anybody. But if it does happen, if you do have like nothing up here and you just have a blank slate, join the challenge because I think it's really the best case. It's not just me teaching, it's other millionaires. We're all giving back to the community now.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself.
I have weird analogies sometimes. I'm sorry. I'm literally like, I didn't even drink coffee a few years ago. Now I'm just trying to keep up. This is my 3rd one today, and it's only 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning here.
I was going to ask. It's pretty early over there. But yeah, I said in the beginning, and I meant it. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the challenge. I had a normal job. I saw Jack Kellogg, Kyle Williams, Tim Grattani, all these guys making all this money. And I thought, well, I can do that. And at first I tried to do it myself. And guess what? I lost money. And then I was like, man, I suck at this. These guys clearly know something I don't. And as a result, I started working with Tim and his team. And well, the rest they say is history. So definitely couldn't say enough good things about the challenge. That's if I had to do it all over, start
it's
there.
Not even just about the money that you make. I love this comment. Can you highlight Roger's comment? He says the challenge has made all the difference and accelerated the learning curve. Okay, this is the thing. Every single one of you has a learning curve. And like I said, it doesn't matter how much money you have, where you start on your learning curve. It's where can you go going forward. And the challenge accelerates everything. Like it's a boost. You can learn all of this on your own over 20 plus years, but you won't know the right lessons. You'll waste a lot of time and you won't necessarily have the best, learning curve or the best journey. We speed everything up. Ginger says this too. Highlight Ginger's comment. She said, as she started with the 30-day boot camp, self-taught for months, I did get Oracle and STT, but the challenge is the big change I needed. So this is a catalyst, guys. I don't know where you are in the world. I don't know where you are in your financial journey. All I know is that we can guarantee to accelerate your learning curve. We can't guarantee you that you're going to be my next millionaire right away. Can't guarantee you that you're going to make so much money right away. We guarantee an accelerated learning curve. And that is the key to everything, okay? Having your learning curve and surviving your learning curve. A lot of people go into this expecting millions overnight. It doesn't happen and they quit. And they just cut their learning curve and they cut all their future potential. Anybody can do this. If you interview the 40 plus millionaire students that I have, and it's really actually more than like 60 plus, but some people don't want to be public with their journeys. But guess what? If you interview all of them, they all started with very little to no knowledge, very little to no capital. It's stupid, the upside. Education is everything. And I want you to study like your life depends on it because guess what? It does.
Well said. Anything?
I have to go. I have to get going. I'm going to a very special place today. I'm going to make a video from one of the most beautiful rock gardens. Are you in this Skype, Matt? I Skyped everyone photos. Let me just send it to you directly. Yeah. This was me in, can you see them?
Yeah, I got you.
Wait, pull up these two. So this was literally yesterday at Mount Fuji in the background. Look at the changing of the fall colors. Go to the second photo too. This is where it's just like, look at that. That's absolute beautiful. This is just for my iPhone. Okay. So I'm going all over. This is why I have a hat. It's actually cold here, but it's beautiful to travel the world. This was my dream. Okay. Before I go, I want to ask everybody, what is your dream? In one sentence, do you want to travel the world? Do you want to give millions to charity? Do you want to help your family? Do you want to buy nice cars? Do you want to buy nice houses? I've done all of those. Each one of those is check, 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 check. But what motivates you? Do you want to really rub it into somebody who said that you couldn't succeed, like your friends or a family member who's negative and toxic, right? Like, what motivates you? You tell me. Matt, why did you get into trading? What motivated you?
Yeah, it was, I grew up in a small town in New York, and it was cold as shit. It's still super cold. I'm in it actually right now. It's funny. I rented an Airbnb because I went just visit family during the holidays, and it's cold. There's like a foot of snow on the ground, and I was like, this sucks. And anyways, the money, get out of the small town, get out of the job. Now I live in Austin, Texas, and it's much warmer, much nicer. So that was it for me. I didn't really like the job. I didn't really like the town, and trading gave me the opportunity to get out of all that.
And Matt just got married. Yeah. Congratulations, Matt. Everyone, did you show them the ring?
I didn't show them the ring.
Dude, go to my Twitter. I think I'm the only one who posted photos. I don't think Matt even posted photos from his own wedding. I was so honored to go. I think this is my, fifth or sixth Millionaire student's wedding. I've got two more coming up. Evan, Millionaire student who's making, $600,000 this year, going to his wedding in the Philippines. Then Kyle Williams is getting married next May. Look at that. This is Matt getting married, and I took pictures of the rings. Like, this is the beautiful thing, guys. We're in an industry full of fakes. People aren't getting rings. People aren't getting married. Oh, zoom in on her ring, dude. Come on, take pride in that.
Don't let me zoom in.
Okay. But this is the beautiful thing, right? So, like, people are saying John wants to leave something to his daughters and grandchildren. Richard wants to show the world you can do this. Susanna wants to help her family. Eric says, take my job, too many hours. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. You got to focus on your why, and then money, and more important than just money, knowledge and self-sufficiency will let you achieve whatever you want. That is the beautiful thing. People say, oh, money can't buy happiness. Money buys you freedom. And then when you have that freedom, you can try whatever you want to try to get happy. It's not just like buying happiness, it's buying freedom. Too many people work at jobs they hate. They're in the rat race. They have bills to pay. Guess what? It happens to everybody. Once you have enough knowledge, once you have the ability to make a monthly salary in a few seconds, a yearly salary in a few minutes or a few hours, everything changes. But you have to study first. You have to get there. You have to use the tools, and you have to use the market. The good news is it's all here. You're in the right place. We have the tools. We have the process. We've done it again and again and again. This isn't my first Millionaire student that I'm talking to. This isn't the first webinar that we're giving. It's just a question of how do we get through to you guys, and do you take it seriously? If you want a new career, if you want to travel the world, if you want to take care of your family, it all starts now. Click the link that Matt is sharing, and remember your why, okay? If you're studying at night and you're like, oh, I'm so tired, drink another coffee. If you don't want to get up at 4 or 5, 6 in the morning for runners, drink another coffee. Whatever it takes, sleep a little less to capture your dreams, because once you have enough knowledge and eventually enough money, you can sleep all you want. Go rent a freaking Airbnb, stay at a hotel in Mexico, sip margaritas on the beach for a year, whatever you want. But most people, unfortunately, only take like a beach holiday once or twice a year, maybe for a big anniversary, a big birthday. They don't have the money. They can't take time off from work. They do these things that they don't want to do. Most people hate their jobs, but they have to do them. This is a whole new way of looking at life, and it is beautiful. I have to get going. Listen to Matt.
Perfect.
Anybody can do this. Any single one of you can become my next millionaire student. I'm in Japan. I'm in this beautiful hotel. I've got beautiful nature around me. I'm sure the Japanese people are freaking out because I'm yelling so much. And they're like, oh, this damn American. I'm excited. I'm pumped.
Beautiful. And we'll see Tim again soon. So
see you guys later. Capitalize!